Hey guys, this is Bruce Marshall doing the newsletter trade recap for the week of April the 20th. If you have been a subscriber of the newsletter for a little while, you've seen this name before, Coherent. Let me get my drawing tool here. Coherent, COHR. Highlighted this on the newsletter about a month ago, and that's about where we added this. It was kind of around here. I'm going to go through the trade real quick. We actually entered the trade. I posted it. We entered it. You see down here on the bottom on 323. So it was right there is when we entered. And the thinking was it had come up on a scan quite a few times. It had a lot of the things. I went through the details if you want to go back and find it. I don't have it here in front of me, but it was about a month ago on the newsletter. But anyway, again, this has been a great chart, lower left to upper right. Follow, just hugging that 20. There's the 50, came down and touched the 50 there. We did go through it right there a little bit. A little more volatile stock, I would say, but it's working well. It came down here. We're consolidating. Had a very high short interest on it. Pretty high, I thought. It was 13%, 14%, I believe, if my memory is correct. So we entered here, and the first thing that happens is we get, slammed down here. And I said, don't panic, and we limit the risk on trades. And I'm going to show you the trade here in a second. But anyway, the thing just keeps going higher, higher, higher. So we get here and we used a butterfly, broke wing butterfly. The whole concept was to have a run into earnings with a little tailwind from short interest. If the stock starts going up, short interest gets short covering gets this thing going, right? And that's exactly what happened. So let me show you the trade. We did we exited today. So right here is the trade. So we went out to 15 May. Now let me flip back over here to the earnings. See the little question mark? That means it's not confirmed, but we're looking at around May the 6th. And again, it's not confirmed. That little question mark means it's not confirmed. So what I was trying to do was to get out. It was probably going to be around here the 6th or the 7th. The 15th is the following week. So I said if we get a run into earnings, that's great, and we'll go ahead and take it. If not, and say it just kind of languishes, goes sideways, whatever, then we'll hold it over earnings, and we basically have two chances to win: either get out before earnings or hold it over earnings for another run higher. But you need a little bit of time after that, so I gave it a week. And monthly was, or the monthlies are May 15 right there, right? So here's what we did. We set up a monthly, or excuse me, a broken wing butterfly going to 15 May. The reason I set a broken wing butterfly is I did the math, and my target was actually 335, which is here. And I thought we would hit this wall and we would kind of bounce back, and also didn't think we would actually get here this quickly. So here's the current price right there. And, again, back to the chart, as you can see, it's been a pretty straight up run. I was expecting maybe something more along the lines of kind of this into earnings, instead of this into earnings, right? But trade worked out great. So it's up $550. We did a 290, 320, 340 broken wing, and it did a broken wing. So if we did overshoot it, I thought there was definitely a chance that we might overshoot it. If we did, you can't lose money on the upside. See the max profit? See over here? We bought one contract, $4. So it's $400 at risk, and the max profit over here is $600. Well, we're up $550. So basically, we can't make any more if it goes higher. Make $50 more, if it goes higher. And if it sells off for whatever reason, or the overall market sells off, we could lose our $500 and lose $400 we put in it. And the only way this trade can really make a lot more money is if we kind of hang out here in the middle of the butterfly until closer to the end of the trade, which again, you saw the calendar is about 2-3 weeks before this thing starts really making more money. 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, and I'm looking at the math and I'm going, it just doesn't make sense to close it. And we're already past the center strike of our butterfly, and that means that all of these strikes are in the money, and we are therefore subject to early assignment. And I don't want to do that either. We're protected, because we've got shorts against the longs and all that kind of stuff. So we're protected. It's not a huge risk, but it is it's a consideration at least. So all those things can't make any much more money on the upside. We're subject to assignment here. The only way we make a lot more is if we wait a long time, another couple of weeks, and get up here, and this thing really starts kind of moving here. And then on the fourth thing is if we go down, of course we lose, right? So therefore I posted today, and I talked about it in the main room, and I said, let's go ahead and and take the win on this thing. And I post as one contract. I never know what size accounts people are trading. I don't know if you're trading a $25,000 account or a $250,000 or 2.5 million, and it doesn't matter, because if you scale this thing up and you did 10 contracts, well, now you're at $5,000. That's, high five. That's not too shabby, right? I mean, you could do 100. You know the math. It's pretty easy. Now you're at 55,000. High five, right? But again, I posted this as one contract here, and I wanted to walk you through kind of the whole thought process in getting into the trade and now close the trade for $9, and I think it was $9.30, which is $530 or so. So I hope you guys were able to get that trade, and keep watching for more of these ideas. I put new trade ideas on the Thursday newsletter, and then recaps on Tuesday. Newsletter is generally the way it works, or I try to do it. But check out the names that I put on there, and I will talk about some of those names in the main room as well, and in the bias room as well. So anyway, hope this makes sense. Hope it helps. Let me know if you have questions, and be sure and check out my YouTube channel as well, Trading Bruce, and I'll see you guys at the next update. Thanks. Take care.